Tak teraz niečo zo života. Žiaden vtip, ale pôjdeme na reálnu prípadovú štúdiu. A pre túto prípadovú štúdiu sme si zašli do Fínska. Bude z Fínska teda. Tam vám majú jeden automobilový klaster v meste Oulu. A funguje presne tak, ako klastre majú fungovať. To znamená, že spája ten výskum s nápadmi a realizáciou. Ja prezradím len to, že v tomto klastri sa riešia veci pre elektromobily a tiež pre autonómne riadenie. Ale zároveň tam vyvíjajú aj nové obchodné modely mobility v rámci zdieľanej ekonomiky. Budeme to potrebovať. Nejaké modely už sú vonku. Uvidíme, čo sa dozvieme v prezentácii. Aké inovácie teda zaznamenala mobilita vo Fínsku, tak to už nechám povedať človeka, ktorý prichádza v tejto chvíli. Je z Fínska Kari Poikimäki. Please, stage is yours.
Okay, does this work? It's like it does. So, my name is Kari Poikimäki and I come from Oulu, Finland, and I represent the local automotive cluster over there in the northern Finland. And just so that you know, I have never been on a stage like this before, so this will either be full comedy or the worst thing you have ever seen, so apologies if things go a little bit weird over here. But here just a few words about Oulu in general. You can see on the map how far up north we are located, even in the Finnish scale. And Oulu is the 5th largest city in Finland, and all the larger ones are situated in the south of the country. And Oulu has always been a tech-focused city. It's one of the main hubs of Nokia. Of course, the golden era of Nokia is what it is, but it's still going strong in Oulu. And from the young age, different kind of technical subjects and knowledge are promoted in Oulu, so that the ICT sector and startup scene is still thriving over there. And I stole this slide from one of the university professors, and it's like a collection of the main players and activities happening in Oulu when it comes to vehicular and transport research. So the main 3 departments of the university are listed on the top. So there is the more physical side of things when it comes to batteries and sensors and stuff like that. And then we have the software side of things to connect everything to the infrastructure and also other connected devices. And then, of course, the Oulu Business School in the University of Oulu, also dealing with hydrogen and also all kinds of business-related things. Then we also have University of Applied Sciences. They are running Nuvelab. I have a few more words about that later. Oulu Zone is also one of the main test areas or facilities in Oulu. A few more words about that later as well. And then VTT, the Finnish Research Institute, and a couple of other smaller players. And then the cluster, automotive cluster, is the one handling the commercial and business collaboration between the research people and also other businesses and all that fun stuff. So that's basically my responsibility. And here are some like highlights from the university and what is happening on that side of the so there is a 6G flagship project that has been running for several years already in Oulu, and a rather large budget of 250 million euros working on the next generation of connectivity, ultra-low latency systems, high capacity, low energy usage and all that fun stuff. Then, of course, there are several different business verticals, Vehicular being one of them, to like connect it to the business side of thing. And I'm quite happy that I already met some local people here who are connected and working with the 6G flagship project. So, of course, very, very much international, but also seems to be some players in that here in Slovakia. And the 6G Visible project is, of course, a sub-project of the larger flagship project. They are working on technologies on how to increase the awareness of autonomous vehicles beyond the sensors that are actually mounted in the vehicles. So how they connect to the larger infrastructure in general, how the data is moving there, and there is still a lot of work to do over there. As for example, in where I come from, we have snow for maybe 4 months of the year, and even the most basic driver-assisted systems that have been in cars for decades can be like disabled by just a little bit of snow on the sensor. So there are still a lot of things to do to make completely autonomous vehicles work in also a little bit harsher conditions. And then we have some larger European projects, not too much about this, but Oulu University is working in the Federate project to promote and develop like a unified structure for software-defined vehicles in Europe. So there are large number of big European players, also manufacturers like BMW and Mercedes-Benz are involved in that project. And the University of Oulu is part of that, and also one other company from Oulu is among those 29 main players in that project. And then on the battery side of things, there is the Streams project, where the main objective is to basically remove the dependency of Europe in different kind of minerals coming from all around the world, and you all probably know what kind of problems can be involved with different minerals and what kind of like basic risk management it is to be more like in control of what is happening and not be dependent on like foreign players. And then this was on the earlier slide already, but Oulu zone is one of the main like development and testing areas in Finland. It's a large area where you can test all kinds of autonomous vehicles, so cars, different kinds of machinery and construction equipment as well. And you can also test like different swarms. For example, if you have a number of construction machinery vehicles, and you can test how those work autonomously in a different kind of environment. And of course, as we are so far up north, if you need to do any kind of winter testing in harsher environments, this is obviously the place to be. There is a private network in the area, of course built by Nokia. Nokia is also doing a lot of their own testing in Oulu zone, and they have also permits to use network frequencies that normally wouldn't be legal within the European Union. So if there is any need to test machinery or vehicles or drones or whatever it is that is aimed at, for example, the Asian or the American markets, you can do the testing for those over there. There are different kinds of simulation systems connected to the area as well, digital twins and all that fun stuff. Then, of course, heavily like local or Finnish businesses are connected to this whole thing, and they are working working there in collaboration with the University of Oulu and other players that are involved. And for all the speed demons out there, there is also a racetrack connected to the Oulu zone. So if you just want to have fun, that's possible as well. And then Nuvelab, this is officially run under the University of Applied Sciences in Oulu. And it's a test bed for all kinds of vehicles. You can test like normal smaller cars there, but it's also equipped for heavier machinery up to 65 tons. To put things in perspective, you could basically drive a tank there and do some fun testing with that in there. So very specialized. As far as I know, it's rather unique in the European scale as well. So most of the Finnish and some northern heavier machinery manufacturers have been doing their testing in Nuvelab for years now. And there is all kinds of data collection possibilities, simulations, autonomous driving simulations in digital twin environments and data collection. And the lab connected to the Nuvelab also has tools for analyzing all the data that you are gathering while there. And of course, if you have some, let's say, privacy concerns, of course, both for Oulu Zone and Nuvelab, all NDAs apply if you need to do some testing there. So even though they are open and independent environments, of course, anyone can basically go there and use them, but the security, of course, has been taken care of so that there won't be any issues with that. And then that's basically the main players on the research and development side of things. But then we have the automotive cluster over there, so you can do all the testing and research in the world, but if you cannot translate it to the business side, then what's basically the point? Just researching for fun. But here is, this is from last year, so there have been a couple of changes on this listing, but you can get a basic image of what kind of structure our cluster has. And the main point that I would pay attention here is, as I mentioned before, Oulu was and is one of the Nokia's main hubs in Finland. And you can strongly see the heritage here. It's a lot of the high-tech side of things, so even though it's called the automotive cluster, we have very little to do with the traditional automotive industry. It's much more on the transformation that the whole sector is going through right now. So new technologies from cybersecurity to software and different kind of sensing equipment and all that stuff. So we at the cluster are basically working for all the businesses that are involved in the cluster to connect them to the right research partners, and also within Oulu, but also within Finland and also internationally. That's why I'm here today talking to you and putting you to sleep with my pointless chatter. So that's pretty much it. I try to be brief so that I don't stretch the time schedule even more. So if you have some questions, now is a good time to bully me. Also, my contact information is there. If you have any questions or collaboration opportunities or whatever it is you want to talk about, feel free to send me a message or call me so I can connect you to the right people in Oulu.